Back up slowly.
All right, welcome back to the channel. And for those who forgot me, I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. We are slowing down here and there, but we're still here. That's the new project for the channel. And this thing is diesel, which means we can put a lot of weight on it. Talking about wheels, lift kit, and a lot more. This is the damage. Basically, not that much, but for some reason, it didn't show the starts. And it's completely dead, doesn't show the miles, anything. Maybe that's why we got it for really cheap, because a lot of people was afraid to take a risk. So first what I want to do is check all the fluids, and then I'll go through the fuse, and only after that, if everything is good, I'll try to jump start it. That's the DEF. That light is new, never seen anything like that. It does have 28k miles, which that's pretty good. We had no idea how much miles this thing has. I am happy with what I see. Engine works really nice. Now the light that was showing me a tank with some spray, and then the DEF light explains me everything. Because there is the DEF tank right here. And then I see leak. When DEF leaks, it makes it like a salt looking thing. And looking over here, that's like a metal plate that protects the tank, but it is pushed in and there is cracks over there. So we will need to get DEF tank. So this car comes from my insurance auction, and this thing, obviously we're not gonna use the tailgate, but what's good that it has everything else. I love getting cars like that when they save everything, because all the little bolts, all the little brackets, everything, you will save you so much time. Because you always putting the car together and you're realizing that you're missing this or that. That way everything is here. First thing we want to do is send this thing to a frame guy to do his magic, and in the meantime we're gonna have to start looking for parts. The plan is to go probably 4 to 5 inch lift, 27, maybe 40 inch tires, different hood, obviously different bumper. We got a lot of parts already came in. That's the brand new lift kit. Front bumper with all the little things on it here. Rear bumper right there in the back. That's the crazy hood right there, but obviously it's gonna have to be painted. So we got all the parts that we need to take this thing to a different shop so the guy can do his framework. Framework done on the Jeep. We did buy a rear door that's color matched, so we don't have to paint that. The only paint job is gonna be over here, because when they pull this back, there is a little bit of color that chipped. So that's the rail that we changed. By the way, dealer wants about 1,000 and a couple hundred for that rail. We found it for 250 on eBay. They unweld it from here, put it back, and weld it. Looks nice and professional. Now we're gonna install the glass in the back. We're gonna take the original hood off, install the one that we got, put it all together and drive this thing to Eugene's Auto to get that paint job. All right, what do you guys think? So it's gonna be white, and obviously this have some vents that we're gonna keep it black, like the really nice ones. What I like about this is the glass that shows the diesel power. Got the Jeep back from the paint booth, and look at that hood. This thing freaking nice. So I bought this red LED lights. They're pretty good quality, and I'm thinking to put them somewhere, hide them somewhere. Basically something like that. It doesn't blind you, but it's red, almost like the engine is on fire. Look at that. we're going 37-inch wheels, and for the spare tire to put a big one over here, that's not gonna hold. And that's why we had to buy a heavy duty bracket, and this one bolts in straight into the frame. I already undid the bolt, so that's gonna come out and we bolt into the frame. After the bracket goes in, we're gonna install the tailgate, and then we're gonna install all these little brackets. This is gonna allow you to lift the wheel high enough not to hit the rear bumper, because those wheels are a lot bigger. That's for backup camera. It goes right in the center of the wheel. Alright, so this is all done. Camera in, brake light in. We're gonna put the wheel after we do the lift kit. Did complete the rear suspension wheels, everything done. Those things fat, they stick out pretty good. Bumpers in, we got the red shackles, we got the brakes. Right now we're holding on the brakes just to give you guys the idea how it's gonna look. I think that looks pretty good. This is how you know my mom was here. And if you're from Moldova, you know what this is. Basically, it's some kind of, I would say, cornbread, but not really. But this is the stuff, man. Some meat. A lot of good stuff over here. The smoked salmon with some onion. This is mixed with garlic. Over here, some garlic. Sala. I'll say that in Russian. Little tomatoes, and that's our lunch for today. Alright, finally done with the lift kit, and that was the hardest thing to do on this Jeep. Now we're gonna throw the wheels and then all the other little fun stuff. The car looks done from outside, but there's still a few more things to do it. That's the lights that we added. We need to wire them to make sure they work. So this is what we're gonna do today to complete the Jeep. Alright, so we did pull all the wires for the fog lights, even the ones over there, and we actually did hide the wires really good that you'll never find them. We went like from the factory through that plastic, we opened, get them inside over there. And what I like about the Jeeps that they do have their wires over here already. So you just plug into that, and then you have the buttons inside, so you don't have to use a million wires with like 20 buttons, cheap looking things. They're all there. The hood lights, fog lights on the bumper, another LED lights, and I don't remember which is what, but I'll show you how they work. Those lights hit me hard. I didn't expect them to be that bright. That's it, all done. Now a really good cleanup, and then I'll see you guys later. Because of 27-inch tires, we decided to change the stabilizer shock to Fox, but didn't really help too much. So now what we're doing is installing a dual stabilizer. Alright, completed the dual stabilizer Fox shocks. Now this thing is good to go. Alright, so this thing complete. Let me know what you guys think. And that's the project for my niece. And that's her dad, the guy that paid everything. He came up with the idea what to build and stuff. But the thing looks pretty nice. And he actually was there with me from day one. We kind of built it together. But the hardest part was paying. And I'm glad it wasn't me paying for this thing, because something like that is not cheap. Like everything from wheels to the hood to like even to fix it, these things are expensive, especially diesel. But obviously it costed us a lot cheaper because of getting that thing from auction, and we got lucky with the winning bid. So I was thinking same video to take the Jeep somewhere off-road, but don't really want to make this video too long. But we can always find some rocks on this property and climb something. So I want to try to get him on this rock with one wheel. It's pretty tall and it goes kind of straight. But before that, I gotta disconnect our stabilizers. Okay, a little more. Good. Alright, so we got it to the top. And the rock is actually bigger than you think. It's just we have big ass wheels that makes the rock look small. It's kind of wet, so it's a little slippery, but you don't mess with 4x4, you know. So we had to go a little higher to the highest point, and this thing, crazy. The rear wheel, it's actually in the air. Look, let me see if you can spin it, but I think the brakes are on. Yep, it's in the air. That's just, you know, a little something to try the suspension and everything else. Luckily we didn't have to use the shovel, but maybe one day when we get stuck somewhere. Look at that. Isn't this thing nice? She did good. I guess we're done with this thing. I'll show you the interior again. Don't remember if it's in the video or not, but it has nice leather seats with those stitches. Here's a screen. It's kind of biggish. Ooh, it has 4x4. That's the rear. Pretty nice and clean. Big speakers over here, right behind your head. All right, guys, that's a wrap for today's video. But before you go, I gotta remind you the Ranger, it's like this close to be done, and it feels good, that thing, to be out of that spot because it was there for like 2 years. There's a couple more things to put it, and then the video is coming, so stay tuned for that one. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.